Yeah.
Don't make me cry, say.
It's so expensive. Yeah. You my treacherous little twin, and you know that we locked in, and I love you like my kin. It's whatever for you. I go up and down that road, I go anywhere you go. When you tell me life is good, I want better for you. Yeah. You my twin. You my twin. You my treacherous.
What's up, y'all? So listen, I have one of my best friends, one of my closest people that started with me when I did not have the mindset that I have now currently. As it was developing and building, he was helping me. And of course, if you are not new to the YouTube, you know about him. Okay, you know about him because he was Hibachi. He was one of those people that came live a few times, shared some gems, some jewels. And honestly, I'm gonna have him on here. We're just gonna talk. But the reason I want you guys to hear the conversation that I'm gonna have with him is honestly because he goes through some of the similar things that I go through and that we all have. Like, he had to start from the bottom. He had to lose everything and regain it. He had to come up from adversity because there was time when he didn't know how he was going to actually be able to thrive and make money. I know, and I don't know if he's going to touch on this, but he was actually somebody that tried to do a bunch of investments, right? So he was investing in stocks, and it ended up teaching him a lesson. But I'm just interested, and I want to record the conversation because I think it's something that you all could learn from, and me as well, right? You know how you go on walks with your friends and you be like, damn, we should be recording this, because it's like, it's such good content, and it's also a good message. It's similar, right? So here he is, man. This is Dom. Say what's up, bro.
What's good? What's good, family?
Yeah, so one thing I want to ask you, bro, is how do you feel right now? Just how do you feel in general?
I feel great, man.
That's good.
Weather's good, man. We out here clearing our mind. What's it like, 70, 71 right now?
Probably. It's probably like 68.
Y'all need to get out here and get you a nice walk, nice 30-minute walk. It's
Yes,
good.
sir.
It's good for the soul, baby.
Yes, sir. All right, so what I want to say, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me actually go and try to make this camera zoom out a little bit. All right, so one thing I wanted to talk to you about, though, is when it comes to failure, right? Like, right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel like you are in life? Honest truth.
I feel like I just cracked like a 6.5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm at a 6.5. So I'm working my way up.
Okay.
Past 5.
Yeah, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. What I do want to say, though, like, I would agree. Like, I feel like, hold on, y'all. I feel like I'm at like a, I think a 6 is too easy. I think that's a cop-out. I think 6 and 7's a cop-out. So I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's so easy to say because it's like in between. You feel me? But it's like I'll say I'm at like a 5 right now when it comes to failure-wise. But I'll tell you guys this, right? One thing I learned is that, and this is recently, I learned that you can either accept the failure that you're coming across and going through, or you can try and distract yourself from it, right? And it's like when you're distracting yourself, it feels good, but you're always going to have to account for that failure no matter what. You can run as much as you want, but you still got to face it, you know what I mean? So I think that's important. And again, when it comes to business, right? I think that it's important to talk about rebuilding. Like, I want to talk about rebuilding in this conversation because me and you both know how it feels to have to rebuild, but I really want to talk about it with you because I think that you just recently did an astonishing rebuild, and I think that, I'm talking about in general, like you just rebuild a lot, like including your personal life, but also your business and being able to like start back up, like, you feel me? And I just want you to tell my viewers like something or some tips basically for that person that may be right now, let's just say they're at their sister's or brother crib right now, and they just trying to figure out a way to maintain or gain that independence that they once had, and also be able to make sure they never get back to that spot again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? This is my first time online, so I'm a little excited. You know what I mean? I might be a little shy. But nah, man, starting from the bottom, big dog, man. First, it just starts with a decision to want better. And second thing that I understood, like, once I made that decision, I knew that the journey was going to be long. And like, for example, like, one of the first things I started doing was running 5 miles. So, like, I think I started running 5 miles like maybe 3-4 times a week.
Right.
And like, my goal was just to run 5 miles 3-4 times a week. I didn't really stress about the time. It did kick my ass, but like, I didn't really realize the true results from me running until like 2 or 3 months later, because I ran for like probably the first 2 months straight, and then that last month, I think it might have been like October, November, and I don't think I started like running again until like, I don't know, January, February. And so when I went back out there in January, February, even though I hadn't ran for 2 months, before I had ran, I'm like, damn, I'm probably gonna be tired, I'm probably gonna be exhausted, I'm probably gonna be out of shape. But surprisingly, when I ran, I still had built up stamina and sweat equity from before. And so, to kind of go back to like your question, the first step I would do is just start building that sweat equity. You know, of course it starts with the decision, but that's where it starts at. Like, even if you don't believe in yourself or if other people don't believe in you, just getting up and making that choice to just build new habits.
Did you ever lose belief in yourself?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
You lost belief in yourself, okay.
Plenty
How
of
did you build it back up?
Just like daily reminders and building better habits, like going to the gym, like playing basketball, learning new things. Like, I never, like, even though I felt like whatever I was doing wasn't good enough, I always kept going. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have to keep going. And it's hard to keep going because in life, you know, life throws a lot of resistance at you, you know, with family, with just, like, you could just be out on the road. Like, we're in Philly right now. We could leave out here right now, go around the corner, and deal with a road rage incident. Like, it's our decision if we allow that type of situation to mess up our whole day. You know what I mean? Because opportunity could come knocking 2 hours later, and you still mad, or I'm still mad about whatever road rage incident, and it blocks us.
Right.
So it's just about that headstrong and like pushing through. But it's hard, bro, because there's days you don't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you building towards something that takes everyday sweat equity, it's like how we used to play ball and we used to want to get championships. Like, we would be talking and thinking about that before the season even started.
Right.
And everybody in our school would probably be like, oh, we're not going to do it, but we would believe that as a team.
Yeah.
And it's that belief factor. But in the beginning, it's hard when we out running them suicides and sprints, and Coach Rich is like, oh, Brandon, da-da-da, Dominique, da-da-da-da. It's like, but if we make it to that championship at the end and win it,
It's all worth it.
it's worth it, but it's hard, bro. It's hard, man.
Let me see.
Here you go, brother.
That's interesting, and one thing I want to say about that too is, you know, recently I've been having conversations with a few of my friends, and I'm talking about friends that are actually, like, I don't have anything to do with business with them, and we came up with a interesting hypothesis, right? When you're in a rebuilding phase because you feel like you've lost something, maybe you've messed up, you made a mistake, you gotta be okay with being embarrassed. I think that is something a lot of people don't realize, is that it's okay to be embarrassed. And I think online there's so many influencers that would go and create a video like this, but instead we would be talking about our success. Oh, how do we get 30K? How do we manage to have X amount of money or X amount of material things by the age of 19 or 20? Like, how were you able to get a 350 coupe? How were you able to do this, that, and the third? But it's like, all of that stuff does not help. It doesn't help you, because that's all in the past. It also doesn't help you because, or it doesn't help the audience, I say, because that's not teachings, and it doesn't mean that they'll be able to not get the things we've had. But it was never about the material things that we've accomplished. It was really about the mindset of it's okay to be embarrassed. I remember it was a time in our high school when we were tired of being broke. And I tell people this story all the time. Like, I was so tired of being broke. So I went and got a job at Sam's Club. And he's the person I called when I got fired. And I'll never forget.
Shit was crazy.
I'll never forget that phone conversation ever in my life, because he knows when I had that job, I felt invincible. I felt good. Everybody in my school was like, "Oh man, you got this type of job," because it was a good job to have, I guess.
Like 16, he was like a manager at Sam's Club. It was like 2013.
Yeah. It was like, at that time.
Phenomenon, like.
Yeah. So it was like I was the man. And it's interesting because when I lost that job, I remember where I was, and I remember I called him bawling, crying, and I don't remember the full conversation, but what I do remember you said is you was like, "Bro, it's not the end of the world." That's one of the main things he said out of his mouth. It's not the end of the world. And it's interesting that he said that, because I think a lot of us will take this scenario that I'm talking about how I got fired, and called him as him saying it's not the end of the world to dismiss it. But what I take from it is it's not the end of the world that you're being embarrassed. Because it's embarrassing walking into that school, not being able to have that job, and not being able to have the money I was making, then having to answer questions and people knew that I lost that job. It was embarrassing. Yeah. And what I'm realizing is maybe that was a time in my life where God was trying to teach me that I'll give you something and give you a taste of it, but I'm gonna take it away, because the main point is not what I gave you, but what I take away, or what I took away, which was I gave you a feeling that I wanted to take away so you can get used to it. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to get used to failure. You have to get used to like losing, winning. You're gonna lose way more than you win. And it sucks, bro. It sucks. So that was a really important, I think, subject, because again, this man, I've seen him lose.
My brother right here.
I've seen him lose a lot of things. I've seen him lose a lot of stuff. He's probably the only person I know that has lost similar to me, right? And when you lose, you have to know exactly how to bounce back. My fault, y'all. I'm messing up the camera. But you got to know exactly how to bounce back, because losing is a part of the game. And a lot of you guys, you keep quitting because you're losing, but you're not understanding that losing is a part of the journey. It's not about just focusing on what you want. Fuck what you want. It's about what it takes to get to what you want. Sometimes you're not equipped with the tools to get it. So I thought it was very important. So guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and of course subscribe.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yes, sir. And if you guys want more videos with me and Dom, make sure that you guys tap in, because we could do a bunch of different topics for a bunch of different situations that we've had. So we might film some more, and definitely look forward to hearing you guys comment. Comment below what you have recently failed, or in the past what you failed at, that have made you learn the lesson of embarrassment. Like, because I think that's where my word of the month for September is embarrassment. I want to embarrass myself as much as I can until I don't care about validation. Because that validation is the reason why I lose money. The validation is the reason why I make bad mistakes, and why sometimes I shy away from opportunities that I really want. It's because I seek other people's validation, including yours, right? So I might make content because I want to be validated, but that content may not be generally me. It may not actually represent me, but instead I want to be validated, so I just make it. It's unacceptable. And that's just me telling you guys the raw, honest truth. So again, guys, comment below what has embarrassed you, and let's actually get into this.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Topic.
We want the dislikes. We want the honest, raw, diggity, dog truth.
Yes, sir.
All
right, y'all. Peace.
Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it.